This is problem number 3 from section 3.4. In this problem, they say solve the inequality. And they give you a quadratic inequality. Okay, the first step in solving any quadratic inequality, so we're going to say first step is to replace the inequality with an equal sign. Okay, that's our first step. Replace the inequality with an equal sign. So we're going to say 7x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. And once we replace it with an equal sign, we're actually going to solve that using the quadratic equation, factoring, whatever we decide. Once we get the roots, then we draw a number line and we can figure out the solutions for the inequality. So I'm actually going to use the quadratic equation here. Let's pull the quadratic equation out, and we can say that x equals negative b, so that's negative, negative, negative 1, plus or minus root negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 7, times c, which is negative 6. And that's all going to be over 2 times our a value, which is 7. Now we can simplify this down. That's 1 plus and minus root, and I'm going to plug most of that in the calculator. So I'm going to say negative 1 negative 1 squared, I'm plugging in just how it's written, minus 4, 7, or times 7, times negative 6. Gives me 169 over 14. So that equals, let's see, the square root of 69, or 169, 13. So 1 plus and minus 13 over 14. So I'm either going to have x equals 1 plus 13 over 14 or 1 minus 13 over 14. So x equals 1 or, let's see, negative 12 over 14. Let's let the calculator reduce that. Negative 6/7. So now I have my solutions. Okay, I'm just going to underline them. These are my roots for that quadratic. Here's how I solve the rest of this. I draw a number line. All right, I actually got to use the inequality sign now. So I'm going to mark negative 6/7, and I'm going to mark 1. And I'm going to plug in negative 6/7. Negative 1 is smaller than that. 0 is between them, and 2 is out here. So I'm going to plug in negative 1, 0, and 2. Again, I'm going to let my calculator do all this work. So I'm going to use this equation here, less than equation there. And I'm going to plug in negative 1. I'm going to store it. I'll kind of put it right there. Negative 1. There you can see me store it as x. And then I'm just going to type in that equation. 7x squared minus x minus 6. It gives me 2. So when I type that in with negative 1 in there, I get 2 here. Is 2 less than 0? No, it is not. So I mark that area off. Now I plug in 0, so 0 stored as x. Hit enter. Negative 6 is what I get. Less than 0? Yep. And then finally 2 stored as x. And let's pick that equation again. 20. 20 less than 0? Heck no. So my solutions lie negative 6 over 7, comma 1. And then because it's not equal, I put parentheses for the solution set. So because this is an upward facing parabola, our solution is going to lie between the x-axis and the function, kind of on the inside part of it. And it's going to be between negative 6/7, which is one root, and 1, which is the other root.